What's up, my raw and real ones? We back. And what a fucking fight. What a fucking fight. David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade, a motherfucking fight. Now, the monster, what can you say, man? It's a reason why that boy is called the monster. It's a reason why nobody want to fight that boy. And you saw it. You saw it this Saturday. I mean, Demetrius looked good. It's just, the fight reminded me of the Caleb Plant fight. And if Andrade would have took a page from Caleb Plant and knew how to hold, he probably would have lasted a little bit longer. I mean, but what can you say? The boy is 26. Still young. Ain't even really in his prime yet. And he's eating these guys' punches like Skittles. And walking through them like Skittles. Just walking through shit. And still coming. So, the monster lives up to his name. I mean, you can't... Come on. It's just like in a scary movie. You shooting this motherfucker, bah, 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 bah. He's still coming forward. And that's what he do to these niggas, man. That's exactly what he do. There's a reason he didn't want to fight. I mean, Canelo didn't want to fight him. There's a reason. And that's the reason. Because I don't think Canelo can hurt him. Because he get hit with some shit. He do get hit with some shots. But he eats that shit and keep coming. You know, he eats it and keep coming. Just like a fucking monster. You can throw everything at that motherfucker, he's still coming. And, yeah, he was unavoided. He was one of the most avoidable. Andrade was the most avoidable as well. But Andrade was avoided on numerous reasons because, first of all, he's a good, slick fighter, let alone a southpaw. Southpaws are difficult to deal with anyway. But being good and slick and you got pop, yeah, ain't too many people knocking down your doors. Not to mention, ain't too many people knocking down your doors because you really don't put no asses in the seats. So you add all that shit up. That's why Andrade was, avoided. So, but he gave him a shot. His first pay-per-view, made a nice check. I mean, you gotta admit that whole card was lit. That whole card was lit. I'm surprised that Garcia, though. Tank had to take something out of him because he looked nothing like himself. Nothing like himself. Android wasn't there that night. But back to Benavidez, the boy is a monster. And the thing about it is, if Canelo's smart, you better fight this boy now. Fight his ass now. Because he's only getting better. Then it's going to be to a point, and Canelo's only getting older. So, you might as well make this big money fight now. And get the fans what they want to see. Because let's be real. Nigga, you wasn't even fucking with that division until he got stripped of his titles. Come on, Canelo. Let's keep it 100. You wasn't fucking with the division till he got stripped of his titles. Once he had the belts, you ain't want to fight him for the belts. But as soon as he got stripped, you want to come in there and do that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's robbing us of the fights that we want to see. Because let's be real, man. Canelo, you taking pages out of Floyd's book, picking and choose your fights and all that shit. But Floyd fought motherfuckers. He fought motherfuckers. And I'm going to go and I'm going to do a video on that too. But it was a good ass fight, nonetheless. And now I'm hearing things about Terrence Crawford. Benavidez is open to fight Terrence Crawford. Terrence, I told you not to take the Canelo fight. For a fucking reason. You definitely better not take this fight. That's suicide, nigga. You ain't gonna be able to hurt that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what you say. You're not going to be able to hurt him. If these guys in this weight class can't hurt him, and he eating that shit, what the fuck make you? You got a better shot at fighting Canelo. But you definitely ain't gonna beat Benavidez. I'm gonna just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And Benavidez said he feeling some kind of way because this is his division. He want to fight Canelo, and you trying to make a legacy for yourself, jumping up 3 weight classes. Come on, man. Don't do it to yourself. Don't make trying to get this bag your last fight. And the majority of that bag be spending on hospital bills and shit. Come on, keep it real. So weight classes for a reason. Things for a reason. So I strongly suggest stay away from Benavidez. Stay away from Canelo's. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez is just too good, man. He too good. Like I said, the fight went just like the Caleb Plant fight, except for the holding. If the holding was included, it probably would have went longer. If the holding was included. But ain't nobody beating Benavidez no time soon. Not in that weight class. Now, what I would love to see, that'd be a little test for Benavidez. I would like him to go up and fight Bivol. Now, if he fight Bivol, because he's not going to get the Canelo's fight. So my suggestion would be the next best thing is to fight Bivol, beat Bivol, and that may, or no, it probably wouldn't, but that may entice Canelo to like, okay, he beat the guy that beat me. So if I beat Benavidez, I ain't got to worry about the rematch with Bivol. It might entice Canelo. Or Canelo like, fuck that. I don't need that payday. Fuck that payday. That payday hoit. Shit. And the only reason Demetrius, he didn't want to continue because he didn't want to get embarrassed. He didn't want to get knocked out. So he retired on the stool to save face. Because, and he didn't box him. He tried to actually fight David. He should have stuck to his guns, box, move, in and out. You got to use them legs against David because he coming. But after the rounds go on, it don't matter where he hit you at, arms, shoulders, whatever. The boy got heavy hands, and that thud and power is eventually you going to feel it. And some of that shit going to get through. And the thing about David Benavidez, to be his size, his hand speed is like a welterweight. And that's what, and it's not just the hand speed, it's the power too. So I don't know where he get his chin from. I don't know if that shit made of vibranium or what, but the motherfucker got a chin. Because he takes some shots, but he still come forward. And that's discouraging to a fighter. You know you hitting this motherfucker with everything but the kitchen sink. And it's having no effect on him. But his punches is affecting you. And he just walking you down, walking through you. And beating you from every corner of the ring. It's just, it's amazing, man. But, man, trying to tell y'all, Canelo's best opportunity is to go ahead, give us what we want, win, lose, or draw, fight this boy. Because he's only going to get better. The motherfucker's only 26. He going to reign for a long motherfucker time. A long time. But I wouldn't keep testing my chin. I get some better defense to make it even. If I was Benavidez, I'd work on my defense even more so it'll make it even harder to be beat. You know, but thus far that I take your shit, you take my shit style has been working for him. But you can't keep chancing it. I'm gonna just be honest. The object of the game is to hit and not get hit. Because it can be one punch that develop that sweet spot, and then you're going to be dropping every time after that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be honest, I never seen him hurt. I never seen David Benavidez hurt. I seen him get hit with good shots, but I never saw him hurt. You know what I'm saying? I never saw him hurt. And like he said in the post interview, he liked taking punches. But it could also be his downfall in there with the right motherfucker. But like I said, my suggestion would be, if you can't get the Canelo fight, quit waiting on the Canelo fight. Take your ass up there and fight Bivol. You know, that'll be a good fight. And it'll still be a big money fight because the world want to see it. Because Canelo's linked in there. So, Canelo's linked to Bivol. Second fighter ever gave him his loss. Everybody wants to fight Canelo. The crowd want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo. Fight the man that beat the man. And once you beat the man, like I say, it may or may not entice Canelo to come on and like, okay, let's get it. But Canelo running out of options anyway. He ain't going to fight the big Charlo. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you he'll fight that fight before he fight Benavidez. Yep, he'll fight that fight before he fight Benavidez. But I don't know, y'all. Hey, y'all tell me what y'all think about that fight, man, and what y'all think's next for Benavidez. Remember, like, comment, and you better subscribe. I'm back with that heat, for real, raw and real. Keeping it real for y'all. Peace.